add a button in the worksheet that when the user presses on that button, it runs the macro. Okay?
Sorry again, when we
A button on the worksheet where when you press the button, the macro that you just wrote works.
okay.
I got it to work.
What?
I got it to work.
It works?
Yeah. Check it out.
You have questions?
No. See, if I actually did it, just more or less did it right. Doesn't have to do anything. Doesn't do like we wanted to do something. So it's for less than 90.
Yes.
You want that it's overnight? I'm not sure about that. There's something not sure. Where does he want the button?
Oh, that's so funny.
Now, what was the next thing? The button?
Add a button on the worksheet. Okay. 2 more minutes and we're taking over to show how to do all the rest of the program.
Looking forward to
Okay. So, we need to add an if, right? If. Now, I want to check the average. This row over here, this line over here represents the average. So I can either take this part of the line, or I can take this part of the line. They both represent the average. So I just do copy, and I say this. If this is equals or larger than 90, then okay, and now a good practice is to, if you start an if, put end if so you don't forget it. Okay? Then, and over here, I can start working. Now I know there would be an else. So I put also the else over here. And now, if this happens, then message box. Else, okay, and now if I run this and I enter a name and I enter debug. Oh, see, I erased whatever we had over here, and I don't have the names, so I'm down here. Just like I said, what happened. Okay, so I just enter here 2 names and start over. Okay, great job, because we're above 90. And if I do this again, but before I do this again, I want to put the button that would run this. So I remind you, in the developer, we have over here the insert, and over here we're going to use the form control and the button. So I press over here, and I can put a button in the worksheet, and I can assign a macro. So I assign this macro, okay, and over here add new student, and now I want to run this again, and this time I'll have a grade, an average below 90, and I'll see if I get the correct message box. So I press over here and I enter the name, and this is under 90. Good luck next time. Okay, and here my program works, and I did all of the things that I was supposed to. Yeah.
How long time we have for this in an exam? Maximum? How long? In how many time we should?
This is the level of an exam, but this is a long question. Usually in the exam you have shorter questions. Okay,
But-
so I take part of this, not so long.
But for if there would be a question like this, in how many minutes we should solve it? 50 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20, half an hour?
We'll talk about the exam later on. Let's concentrate now on the material and studying and understanding. Okay?
I just spoke to Bruce. He has to start regular time, so we have to finish as usual.
So,
I'll be here though, because I don't really like my so if you want to just hang out and
Right, what if I can't find my macro for when I'm setting the button?
you can't find your macros?
Yeah,
Meaning what?
like, I try to create a button and it says assign it to a certain macro, and the one that I'm working on currently is not on that list.
Do you have 2 files open, 2
Oh, yeah,
Excel?
big time.
Okay, so you're putting the,
But I'm putting it into the one file that I want the buttons to be.
yeah, but the question is if the macro is in that file also.
It is.
You sure? Okay, well, I'll see in a minute. What is the macro in a module or in a sheet?
That's a good question.
Okay, check that out. No, if it's in a sheet, you can't do that. It has to be in a module. Shamata, Miki? Shamata?
What do you think? I have to tell the teachers the time. I can't.
What's the difference between a module and a sheet?
You see my screen?
Yeah,
This is sheet 1.
right, I
This is a
understand.
module.
I understand that there's practical difference in terms of actually getting to run versus what I just had, but what is the actual difference? Like, what
A
is the
sheet
specific-
refers to, we didn't learn this part in the VBE, okay? We'll get to that later on. All we did up to now was always in module. So Mickey, he put it in the sheet. He put his code in the sheet. When he wanted to add it into here, he couldn't because he couldn't find it. Because it's not in the module.
So when you write a macro on the Excel, and like you start writing macro on the Excel, not on the VBA, how do you make sure it goes into a module?
You open a module, and you put it there.
So you open a module and then you do it?
If you record a macro, then it opens the module automatically. But if you're writing it from scratch, you need to add a module.
Ah,
Put it in there.
okay.
Can you show us this?
What? How to add a module? Insert module. And here's a new module.
Yes, yes, yes.
I will.
Okay.
How do you get a button to work in your macro?
How do you get what?
I made a button and decided to write macro and I tried to run it and it won't work.
Well, are you in a sheet or module?
So, questions up to here. I'll come and see your problem in a second. I need to see what you did in order to answer that. So first of all, I just put a mirror in front of each one of you. You know now your situation. If it was easy for you, if you were able to follow, then fine. If not, you have work to do. 'Cause okay. We have a program now that allows us to add a new student into our table and get the information from the user, let's say from our secretary. She can now, or he can now, press the button. The correct windows are open. Put the names in, the grades in, and it goes straight into the table where it's supposed to. Okay? Now, if we want to get, for instance, we have a class of 15 students. So instead of pressing the button 15 times, we want to run through this program 15 times. Okay? And just have the program keep on going until we finish the 15 students that we need to enter.
The problem with this is every single time we run this program, it says like even if we have the student's name in, we still have to get it put in his grades. This means that if we did the program that you're saying with one button, that means that essentially all the grades are already in. We're just writing the final message, right?
No, for each student you get, and each student you enter, you get a message whether great job or not.
Yeah, so just doing it until the list ends, you're saying?
Okay? So, if I have a piece of code that I would like to repeat many times, instead of just copying, pasting it 15 times and then have the whole thing go 15 times, I can use a loop. A loop is a method to repeat the code over and over again, how many times I want. Okay? Now there's two kinds of loops that we're going to learn. The one kind is if I know in advance how many times I want to run through this code. For instance, I know I have 15 students in the class and I need to enter every